This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
And welcome to Deming. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 1019 as we are ready for the 2025 Tiger football season as the Alamogordo Tigers face off against the Deming Wildcats. Looking forward to an interesting game tonight. It's certainly going to be a little bit of a warm game tonight, or maybe I'm just warm up here in the press box. It's one of the two, but there's no doubt that it's going to be warm for the guys out there in the field, at least for the next hour or so. We don't really have anything to help us with the sun. The stadium isn't quite as tall as, say, the one in Alamogordo, where once you get past like 6:30, inside the 20s, you get a little bit of a break from the sun. So it's just the way that it goes, and we're ready for some football finally. If it's August football in New Mexico, you got to expect it to be at least a little bit hot out there. That would be weird if it wasn't. I'm Charles Winnicky. Thanks so much for tuning in as we get ready for tonight's game. Tigers are running through their offense and special teams in the pregame. They're in their full uniforms, which are black helmets with white jerseys, black letters or black numerals, and gold pants this year. Deming will look like being their maroon pants with blue helmets, and I imagine they'll be wearing blue jerseys tonight. We'll see which ones they have. They have not put on their jerseys and pads quite yet, as we are about 30 minutes away from tonight's kickoff. Now the Tigers coming off certainly a disappointing season, 2-8, but boy, close on a lot of opportunities in 2024. Number of one-possession games that, if they are able to finish off a drive, if they don't turn the ball over, they're certainly in the hunt for the playoffs last season. But that was not the way that it turned out. And, the reality was it was a 2-8 season and missing the playoffs. So they go up against a team that made it to the quarterfinals last year. I think I'd been saying they made it to the semifinals. Last year, actually, Deming knocked them out in the quarters. And then but they finished third place in that super tough district, which is basically the entire southern part of the state in 5A. So it's Artesia, Roswell, Goddard, Lovington, Deming, Gadsden, Santa Teresa, and I know I'm forgetting one other team in that mix, but it's a really, really hard district is what it is, and you have obviously the 2 or 3 or 4, actually you probably had about the 6 or 7 best teams in the state in that district. So finishing third place in the regular season, that district is nothing to sneeze at. That is quite an accomplishment for the Deming Wildcats last year. And they do lose some key players. Alfaro, who was such a great quarterback, and they had some big size up front. They're not quite as big, I think, up front as they were last year. But Deming's always, it seems like over the last number of years, they've always got good size on the line. So I would imagine there will be some guys that will be tough to deal with for Alamogordo. Tigers are, they're solid on the line, but, I don't think Coach Cisco would describe them as big, huge. He is excited about, I think, the freshman class this year. He says there's some big kids in that freshman class. So down the road, we might see some big guys on that offensive line for the Tigers. But as I look out there, they've got good size. I certainly, again, wouldn't call them small. You look at somebody like Diego Ortega, who's 6'5", or listed as 6'5", 315. That's a nice thing to have on your left tackle, I would say. So they're going to be in an okay spot. So this is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, and we're going to hear from them here in just a second for helping us bring you Tiger Sports again this season. And as always, we appreciate y'all tuning in for tonight's broadcast. A bright and sunshiny, a little bit of a breeze coming in from, I believe that would be the south across the stadium. So it would be coming from the left to the right in the way that we're looking right now. We're actually, the press box for radio is on the visiting side of the stands here. And so we've got, I'll do my best tonight with some of the markers and because they usually have them set up facing the home side, understandably so. So we'll try and not mess that up as the night goes on. All right, we're going to continue on with our pregame show, and when we return, we're going to hear from Alamogordo Tigers head football coach AJ Cisco. He joined me earlier in the week, as he will all season long, and hear what he has to say about the upcoming season, as well as the first game of the year. We also talked about their scrimmage at Mayfield, so we'll hear from him.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all else subject to credit approval.
Back to school is a family effort. This is AJ from First National Bank. From backpacks to laptops, a personal loan can help cover the cost so your family can focus on what matters most, your child's success. Apply today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
First off, let's start with the scrimmage. You guys were up in Ruidoso, and looks like weather held out for you. You guys got to do your thing?
Yeah, we got a lot better weather than Carlsbad and Deming did on Friday. They got hammered with rain during it and lightning delays. Really nice and cool. Very appreciative of Coach Edison and Ruidoso Schools for letting us use their facility and letting us get on that middle school turf and having a really good scrimmage with against a quality program. That was in the semifinals last year in 5A in Mayfield, and everybody knows that name Mayfield and the perennial power it used to be back in the day and before Centennial came around. So that was a good scrimmage for us and figure out where we're at going into this year.
Kind of what you expected? Anything surprise you with the scrimmage, or just kind of the normal,
well, if you start offensively, we performed really well, which we kind of understood we were going to be okay offensively this year. The big question mark was kind of at right tackle, and we had two sophomores rolling there, and they both held their own and did a good enough job that was encouraging for us and see how they respond against somebody else and knowing that was a big hole that we had to plug. And other than that, offensively, we moved the ball well, had success. I think we scored on 3 of our 4 drives, and the other one we stalled out with penalties, and that is us being young. Got a chance to work our tempo stuff a little bit, which we hadn't really had a chance to do because we have no field. So that was good. I was very pleased offensively with that. The biggest, I don't want to say surprise, the biggest pleasure from that scrimmage was us defensively. And especially tackling. We missed a tackle in the open field on the first play of the scrimmage with the returning starter, and it was bad. But the way we rallied the rest of the time and tackled the rest of the time and physically got after it, I was very pleased with, and really stopping the run. We gave up two pass plays that really killed us, 3 pass plays that really killed us, and just blown coverages and our lack of communication. And that's something that we focus on after the film. And part of that is us not knowing distances and landmarks without having an actual service to get on and all that. But no excuses. The kid blew the coverage and he understood it. And so that's something that we focused on. And other than that, we played really well. I was really pleased how we tackled and how aggressive and how we pursued to the football.
So we go and face a Deming team, which, this has been a tough team for Alamogordo to beat in recent years, when you guys have had a chance to play. And so, that program has been one of the best in 5A in recent years. They were state semifinalists last year as well. So a lot of tough things to face for you guys in week 1, for sure.
Absolutely, man. And that's a heck of a program. Coach Perales and that staff has done a great job carrying on what Coach Simmons did beforehand of getting those kids to, and they are physical and tough. Everybody knows what you're going to get when you play Deming. And it's one of those things, they know who we are. I mean, we're going to try to turn this into a fist fight in a phone booth, and they're going to be the guys that are going to come out swinging first. That's their mentality, and that's a credit to their staff and what they do with their kids and their mental toughness and discipline. So we've got our hands full. I mean, it's a good football program that's, I want to say in the last 3 or 4 years, they've been in the semifinals. And, I mean, consistently. They can't get over the hump to beat Rosler or Artesia, but they are a perennial power in 5A.
Yeah, for sure. So for you guys offensively, I mean, is it obviously continuing with that up tempo? I mean, I know you said it was going to be a little bit different than it had been in previous years, or is this going to be the same thing you guys want to keep?
Yeah, no, we're going to go fast. Yeah. I mean, that's not going to change. We've worked a lot of this year about slowing some things down in situations that of really just to benefit us against certain opponents and people that we may be mismatched against. And other than that, we're going to try to push tempo and go, and let's get us racing and going. It's going to take some time to get going back to how fast we used to be, because we haven't had a true feel to get going on it since May. So that's going to take some time to really start getting that tempo going. But we worked it again this week every day, and our kids have done a great job. And so that's who we're going to be offensively. And then we're going to sit there, and everybody knows who we are. We're going to run it 45 times a game and throw it 25.
And for them, there's a couple of athletes that were key for them offensively last year that graduated, so they're having to get some new guys into some spots. But similar to y'all, they want to be able to run the football, and they're definitely not somebody that's going to be passing it all over the field, but they certainly have that option. There's something
for sure. They graduated 17 seniors from last year. It was a very senior loaded class, and they're very talented. You can start with their quarterback Alfaro last year, was one of the better quarterbacks in the entire state. He ended up getting knocked out in a playoff game, and they had to move a receiver that was a sophomore quarterback, and he's a really good athlete, throws it really well, and he's a quarterback now. They returned another receiver from last year, who's this kid's favorite target. They returned an offensive lineman that was a guard, and he is nasty. I mean, he would play for anybody. I mean, he's a good football player, and they returned their running back. And other than that, like I said, they returned those 4 starters on offense, and then they had to plug in some holes, and that's no different than anybody else every year in high school. And defensively, same thing. I think they returned 3 starters defensively. They're a team that's not going to go fast. They're going to milk every second of that game. They're going to shorten the game and limit possessions, but they're exactly like us. They're going to get the same formations. They're going to run the same plays. They're going to line up, and we're just going to bang against each other, which is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun game.
And that'll make it obviously important for when you guys have the ball offensively. You've got to make sure you not go 3 and out, because that could be a problem for you guys as the game progresses.
Absolutely, and you just go back to last year. I mean, we had drives going twice, and we ended up turning it over inside their territory, and then it's a struggle to get the ball back, because they're going to be slow and methodical and milk the clock, and that's who they are, and everybody knows it. They're going to wait till the play clock runs down, and they're getting 3 yards of bop. And that's all they care about. And so we definitely got to sustain drives, make sure we take care of the football. That was a big issue with us at the start of last year for the first 5, 6, 7 games. Were turnovers, and we've really hammered that home this summer and this fall camp, as you would say, going into this, of really trying to take care of the football going into this so we don't shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, turnovers in certainly key moments too. It just seemed like, unfortunately,
it was bad.
Yeah, you guys, we talked about constantly about how you would rack up 300, 400, 500 yards of offense, and unfortunately the points.
And we would turn it over at the wrong time when we're inside the 20, and that's something that these kids. I mean, all these kids are returning starters for the most part. Or returning varsity players for the most part, and they were all in that situation last year, and they understood how I don't want to say snake bit we were, but how we killed ourselves in 3 games. I mean, we're about 3 or 4 plays away from being 5-5 and having a shot in the playoffs last year. If we take care of the football against Albuquerque High, against Carlsbad, against Oregon Mountain, I mean, that's how close we were, and you go from 2-8 to 5-5 and in the playoffs. But that tells you how talented this group is. If we do things right, we're successful. And you go to those games, when we do things right, we move the football up and down the field constantly on everybody. So that's the exciting part for us this year going into it. The big part is how do we respond defensively, and I think that was the best showing we've had in a scrimmage since I've been here against Mayfield of just the effort and tackling and being really fine-tuning at that, and that was awesome from Coach Aney and his staff.
And I think the other part about it is, I mean, there's, a lot of the other sports, their seasons, you can kind of ease into your season. It's a 10-game schedule, and every game is so important if you guys want to make the playoffs. So there is no, well, okay, we lost that one kind of thing. You guys, it's every week feels like a must-win game.
Absolutely. That's what college football used to be like, too.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it, and especially when you load your schedule. We got a 5A semifinalist, or we scrimmage a 5A semifinalist. Week 1's a 5A semifinalist. Week 2's the 5A state champion. Week 3's Albuquerque High, who was 5-5 last year. Week 4's Piedra Vista, who made the playoffs and won a playoff game last year. And then we go right into Oregon Mountain and District. I mean, so there's not just, hey, we can take this week off, we can focus on this, we can kind of recover. Every week's a grind, and every week that game is extremely important for us and our chances and our success going into November.
Is your loyalty to a big out-of-town bank or credit union costing you more than it should? When it comes to buying a home for your family, not all mortgage loans are the same. This is Deborah Romero, president of First National Bank. First National Bank is committed to showing you how you can save money by shopping for your next mortgage loan. Compare and save. We offer affordable mortgage options, including conventional, VA, FHA, first-time home buyers, or our home equity line of credit. Come visit with us today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back to Deming War Memorial Stadium and the opening of the 2025 season, the Alamogordo Tigers and the Deming Wildcats. I'm Charles Winnick, and you're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. As always, we appreciate OFCU for helping us out, and also welcome back Richardson Motor Company for being our scoreboard sponsor again this season, and to our great other sponsors, Ochoa Stucco, the Winter Circle, and First National Bank. A big shout out to all of them, and we appreciate them here with Alamo Sports and Talk. So we appreciate all of them. So, all right, we're only about 10, 15 minutes away from kickoff, and looking at this Alamogordo Tiger football team, we'll run through the starters for you guys. And Nate Best is going to be the starting quarterback again this season. Started the majority of the games last year and really started to come into his own as the year progressed in his senior season, so looking to have a strong year. Number 2, Jesse Giaz is starting at linebacker for the Tigers. He's a senior. Junior Bryson Bloom, we'll see him at both running back and strong safety for Alamogordo, so he'll get a fair amount on both ends of the football. And free safety for Samuel Strong, number 4. He's a junior, 5'8", 160. Outside linebacker for Jaden Valdez. He's wearing number 6. Number 10, Tristan Bowman. We'll see him starting at both wide receiver and at cornerback. Nathaniel Sarasaris at linebacker starting this year. I apologize if I mispronounce this. It's probably going to take me a couple of games to get it right. Ethan Futafong is the starting tight end for the Tigers, number 17. Drake DeRezzo getting to number 19. He is one of the starting wide receivers for the Tigers. Kamari Patterson at fullback for Alamogordo. He's number 24. The cornerback is Damian Moreno, another cornerback for the Tigers. We're number 26. Caden James starting at linebacker. He's a senior. And as we move down the line, Tanner Nowacek is the Nowacek. I think I've got that right there. Sorry. First game of the season, y'all. Defensive end. He's wearing number 44. He's a junior. Also a junior is Michael Scott. He's starting at defensive line, 6'1", 210. Number 52, Dominic Padilla, the starting right guard for the Tigers. Starting center is Jameis Alexander, number 59. The left guard is Jace Monroy, and he wears number 61, a sophomore. On defensive line, Mason Wall, 5'10", junior. Carter Galbraith, starting right tackle for Alamogordo, 6'4", 225, a sophomore. Diego Ortega, we mentioned him a little bit earlier in the pregame. An offensive lineman, 6'5", wearing number 77. On the defensive line, James Garcia, a senior at 5'8", 285. And I know the Tigers will certainly sub guys in and out, and it'll have a little bit of a different look as the game progresses, but there's no doubt that we will see a lot of those guys and call those guys' names a lot, hopefully many more throughout the game. On the Deming side of the ticket, Max Allison is their starting quarterback. He wears number 1. At running back is Isaac Martinez. He's wearing number 22. Outside linebacker is Israel Castillo, and he wears number 6. Number 4, Jordan Milo is a wide receiver. Number 9, Jesse Marufo is their starting left cornerback. Number 5, Champ Chacon is the middle linebacker. Number 7, Anthony Munoz, another running back. Hiram Nieto, starting free safety, number 15. Number 17 is Brian Lobato, the wide receiver. Number 19 is Robbie Sweetser, linebacker. Number 20, Anthony Franco, strong safety. Left defensive end is number 50, Fabian Gutierrez. Omar Fernandez will be their center. He wears number 55. Number 57 is Daxton Schulte, their left guard. Right tackle is number 60, Maximus Quintero. Their 2 defensive tackles are number 66, Isaac Ledesma, and number 69, Keon Wilderman. Number 3, Andrew Lerma is their starting right cornerback. Jesus Olvera will be their starting right guard and right defensive end, number 58. And number 72, Moses Barajas, is their starting left tackle for tonight. Something else that's kind of unusual, not that there's anything unusual going into it, but a grass field, which is in fantastic condition. We don't see real grass fields as much as we used to. So looks like the Wildcats are coming out of their locker room, and they'll be wearing navy blue tops tonight with white numerals. So they'll be running out of their helmet inflatable over on the north end, or south end zone, I should say, which is to our left. And the Tigers have not come back out from their locker room quite yet, but they will be joining us here shortly, and we'll be getting ready for tonight's kickoff. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. We're going to return with tonight's kickoff between the Tigers and the Deming Wildcats. Stay with us on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And don't forget, you can listen to us online, alamosports.com, the Exciter Media app on your phone or tablets. You can also go to our Alamo Sports YouTube channel. Tell your Alexa device, enable Alamo Sports and Talk, and you listen to us there as well.
With the new school year starting, it's time to welcome back our amazing students and the incredible teachers who empower our children towards success. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO at First National Bank. We are eager to see the great achievements you will accomplish in the year ahead. We are excited about your journey and will be there to cheer you on. We believe in you and are confident you will do great things. Here's to a year of inspiration, adventure, and victories.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Are you looking for a way to serve your community? Look no further than the New Mexico Army National Guard. Whether it's disaster relief or defending our freedoms, the New Mexico Army National Guard is always ready to serve. Gain valuable skills, receive world-class training, and be a part of a team that makes a difference. Step up and become the best version of yourself. To join the New Mexico Army National Guard, call us at 1-800-GO-GUARD. That's 1-800-GO-GUARD.
Welcome back to Deming and War Memorial Stadium, and we're ready for the first Friday night football game of the season. The Alamogordo Tigers and the Deming Wildcats. Tigers are in their road white jerseys, black numerals, gold outlining, black helmets. and gold pants. Deming in their maroon red pants with navy jerseys and white numerals and navy blue helmets as well. They'll kick off left to right. The Tigers will return right to left. And it looks like Tristan Bowman will be the man to return deep along with Nathaniel Sarasaris. And the Tigers ready to go. The officials meeting right at the 50-yard line quickly, and now they'll go and get into position. And we're ready to get this one underway. A beautiful, sunshiny evening here in New Mexico. It's a little bit of a breeze coming in from the south. It is warm, probably in the low 90s or upper 80s to get things started at kickoff. As the ball will get teed up on the near hash at the 40-yard line on the Deming side of the field, and their quarterback, Max Allison, will be the kicker for the Deming Wildcats. And so Allison will pooch kick it short. It is bobbled for just a second, and then going down pretty quickly for the Tigers is number 24, Kamari Patterson. But it'll be good starting field position for Alamogordo, just a little bit inside their own 35-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it at the 31. Going to be really difficult to see the hashes and the numbers here to start with the sun kind of being at the angle that it is. And I will say the lines and the numbers are, at least from our angle, not particularly easy to see. So hopefully I won't make any mistakes there. Tigers are going to line up with two wide receivers to the bottom side. They'll put a tight end up to the top. And then it'll be two men in the backfield. Running back to the left of the quarterback, Sarasaris. And, or I should say, of Best. Best is going to throw, and he is going to overshoot number 24, Kamari Patterson. Was looking for him at about the 40, heading out towards the sideline. He had some pressure in his face. And the Tigers face the second down and 10 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 11:53 to go in the first quarter. We are just underway. As Best will get him in the huddle and send two wide receivers to the bottom. Bloom is the running back to the right of Best. Lined up with the lead back to the left. Deming his four down lineman. Handoff goes to Bloom. Bloom picking his way through a small hole, but is able to push forward across the 35, maybe to about the 36-yard line. So it looks like it's a gain of about 5. And the Tigers will face a third down and 5 to start their drive of the season. Not going at a particularly fast pace here early. I think maybe until they notch a first down. So the ball more at the 35, so it's a 3rd and 6. Best will fake the handoff, trying to work to his right, and looks like he's not going to get anywhere. Tried to work his way across the 35, maybe got to the 36, but it'll be a gain of 1, and the Tigers will be forced to punt on a 3 and out. Well, unfortunately, the incomplete pass on first down. Didn't help things there. And so the Tigers will punt. Two returners back at about the 20 for the Deming Wildcats. Snap is good, and the kick is high and hanging. Not particularly long, but it's going to be a solid punt. It's about the 30-yard line. And that'll be about, we'll give that a 35-yard punt. And so the Tigers 3 and out We'll see if the defense can match what Deming was able to do on that opening drive. Tigers with the 4 linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 DBs. And the Wildcats line up with 3 wide receivers, put a man in motion in the shotgun, and a penalty flag to start the drive for Deming. And no call yet. Dead ball. False start. So a penalty on Deming. So move it to 1st and 15 now. 10-17 to go in the first quarter. Deming with their opening drive. They're at their own 25-yard line. I'm going to say ish. All right, we've got 2 wide receivers, or Deming has 2 wide receivers at the top, make it 3. They put a man in motion, 1 receiver to the bottom. And Allison back to pass, looking to throw down the middle of the field, overshoots his man. Incomplete. Was looking for number 7. Anthony Munoz. So it makes it 2nd and 15. Tigers had pretty good coverage in the area and just sort of overshot everybody. So again, 2 wide receivers to the top side, 2 to the bottom. Out of the shotgun, Tigers with 4 down linemen. They put a man in motion, near side to the middle of the line. There's a handoff, trying to get it around the outside and picking up positive yardage and then being brought down. Looks like it was Bryson Bloom in on the tackle for the Tigers. And number 22, Isaac Martinez. They'll carry that one forward. It'll be 3rd and 11. So gain of 4. Well, Tigers have them behind the sticks. Can they get off the field and get the ball back? Wildcats send 3 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 at the top. Running back is behind Allison as he goes out of the pistol this time. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw on the play action. Still looking to throw. Will come towards the near sideline, and that is into double coverage, almost picked off. Tigers had 2 men in the area. He was looking for number 17, Brian Labato. The Tigers had both Tristan Bowman and Samuel Strong right there and had a decent shot at the pick, but unable to get it. And Deming will punt it away after that opening penalty, put him behind the sticks, 2 incomplete passes, and a 4-yard gain. And the Tigers will maybe hope to gain a little bit here on the field position battle after they went 3 and out. And I believe it is Bowman. Yeah, Bowman to return for the Tigers. And the kick is away. Bowman. Yeah, he's not able to grab it, and he's going to have to fall on it. He does right before a Deming player gets there. Not an easy one to grab. It was sort of end over end and wobbling, and he couldn't field it cleanly. He was moving to his left to try to get it, but the Tigers will end up right about where they were, about the 35-yard line, to begin things for their second drive of this game. 9:11 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers with 6 offensive yards, the Wildcats with 4, and neither team with a first down as of yet. Alamogordo will put 2 wide receivers at the top, tied in on the line. Lead back to the right. Running back is to the right of Best. Takes the snap. Rolls out to his right on the bootleg. Looking to throw. Goes down the middle of the field. He's got a man wide open. It's Bowman. He's at the 20. 10, 5, touchdown. Alamogordo Tigers. No flags on the field. And Alamogordo goes 66 yards to pay dirt. And it is 6-0. Alamogordo on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. The Tigers' offensive line was able to give Best plenty of time in the backfield, and Bowman was able to get behind the coverage and find his way to the end zone. Well, what a great answer for Alamogordo. They go 3 and out. The defense forces a 3-and-out. And then the Tigers, on the very first play after that, it's a touchdown. Tigers will send number 26, Damian Moreno, to kick. And that is going to be no good. Line drive underneath. The snap was a little bit bad, and then the kick was off the mark as well. So it's 6-0. Alamogordo on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 9 minutes to go, first quarter, on the Tristan Buston 66-yard touchdown reception from Nate Best. We'll return here to Deming on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Back to school is a family effort. This is Susie Orwell from First National Bank. From backpacks to laptops, a personal loan can help cover the cost so your family can focus on what matters most, your child's success. Apply today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity loan of credit today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Kickoff is returned from about the 10-yard line, the near sideline, all the way to the middle of the field. And it is Richie Holguin who is brought down at about the 30-yard line, and that's where Deming will begin their second drive. But if you're just joining us, it's 6-0 Alamogordo, a 66-yard touchdown pass from Best to Bowman. And the Tigers up with 8:53 to go in the first quarter. Tigers again, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 DBs. Wildcats this time go with the lead back, so it's 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top, 1 at the bottom. They'll bring 1 in motion into the backfield. Allison will hand it off to the running back, and there is not much room there. We've got a penalty flag down, as it's a host of Tigers that were in there for the stop, including, I saw Bryson Bloom, and then, there's 33, and unfortunately I don't have a 33 on my roster. And they're going to call a face mask on Alamogordo. And it looks like it'll be a 15-yard penalty on the Tigers. And we'll put Deming just shy of the 50-yard line. And Deming picks up its first down of the game. And it looks like the Wildcats are ready to go. Allison will take the snap, fake the handoff, screen to the near side of the wide receiver, and he is met just after crossing the line of scrimmage. And good tackling there by the Tigers. First to meet him, I believe, was number 17, Ethan Futfong. And they're calling Jaden Valdez actually on the tackle. And number 17 is Brian Labato on the reception. He's going to pick up 3, maybe 4. And first completion of the day for the Wildcats. The ball right at midfield. Wildcats going left to right. That's towards the south end zone. And looking to get into Tiger territory for the first time. Here's the handoff. And straight up the middle, and a pretty good hole. And I think enough for a first down will be number 22, Isaac Martinez, as he'll cross the 45 to I'll give him the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7. And so that'll be first and 10. And it'll be at the Alamogordo 43-yard line. Ball closer to the near hash, I think. I cannot see the hash mark to save my life. The sun is getting closer to setting. I think once that happens, we'll be a little bit better off. 2 receivers at the bottom, 2 to the top, and a lead back, but it's empty backfield right now. They'll bring the running back into the backfield. Play action, throw down the middle of the field, and that is completed. And that'll be a first down. As number 12 for the Wildcats, Joan Ramirez, makes the catch. And that is another first down in the Wildcats offense, finding its footing on their second drive of the day. And so it goes from the 43. I love to tell you the line marking here. Inside the 20. I'm going to say the 15-yard line. I think it's a 28-yard gain. And they call it the 14. Pretty close. Here's the handoff again. And coming around the outside is Isaac Martinez, but not much there. Jesse Guillet is with the tackle for the Tigers. And it looks like a loss of 1 or 2. So a good start to this series here for the Tiger defense as they get Deming behind the sticks inside the 15-yard line. Second down and 12. Tigers staying in that 4-2-5. Wildcats 3 wide receivers in this look. Running back is to the left of Allison. Fake the handoff. Screened the receiver on the outside. And this could be a big loss. Tigers getting the man in the backfield and good swarming. And we'll see how much they push them back. The receiver, number 7, Anthony Munoz, picks up the grab. And it looks like they lost 1 or maybe 2. So 3rd and long. And the ball just outside the 15-yard line. And I guess the question is, depending on this 3rd down play, does Deming have good confidence in their kicker in a spot like this? Or is this 2 downs to get a first down? Certainly could affect the play calling. Fake the handoff. Allison looks to throw. Now looking to roll to his left, and he finds a man. It is complete, and he is near the goal line, and it looks like he's going to have the first down. Tigers not able to get any pressure on the quarterback, and Allison was able to find a man eventually. And it is enough for a first down, so don't need to worry about all that talk just a second ago. It's a 13-yard gain. He's Ramirez there on the carry, or on the reception, I should say. And here comes the running to the right side for Martinez. He will get into the end zone untouched. And the Wildcats have tied it up, and an extra point will give them the lead. Nothing fancy there, just off right tackle. And the Wildcats will, looks like, line up for 2. They will go to the right side. And Martinez fighting for the end zone. He's got it. And the 2-point conversion is good. 4:36 to go here in the quarter. Quarter number 1. And the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's the Deming Wildcats 8, the Alamogordo Tigers 6. And we'll return to Deming right after this.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Hello, Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Kickoff goes out of bounds. Deming leads 8-6 with 4:36 to go in the first quarter. And the Tigers are just going to take it at the 40, or if they're going to, it looks like they're just going to take it instead of maybe forcing a re-kick. And so the Tiger offense will retake the field. So both teams' offenses on their second drive able to get in the end zone. The Tigers did it very quickly. Deming much more methodical as they I think took 6 or 7 plays. One of the key plays was a face mask right off the start. And then on a 3rd and 12 inside the 15, gave up about a 13, 14-yard completion, and the Wildcats would score on the next play from inside the 5. Tigers are going to go I formation under center. Put a man in motion. Here's the snap, and that one's blown up in the backfield, but Best was able to bounce off the tackler and kick it to the outside. So that certainly could have been just a straight option there, but the fullback and Best collided. But Nate was able to keep the play going, and he's going to pick up 9. Takes it to the 46-yard line of Alamogordo. 2nd down and 1. You've seen the Tigers do that a little bit throughout the years, run that option look, I formation. Tigers going a little bit slower here, not in any big hurry at the moment. And Best was headed towards the sideline for a second. That was weird. Now he's going to go under center again. And now it looks like a timeout going to be called by Alamogordo. So the Tigers take their first timeout of the game. First quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 3:48 remaining. And it's Deming 8, Alamogordo 6. We will fit in a quick commercial break and return to War Memorial Stadium in Deming with the Tigers down by 2 with the football, 2nd down and 1 when we return.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. The Alamogordo Tigers trailing them Wildcats 8-6. It's 3:48 to go here in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers had to call a timeout. It'll be 2nd down and 1. The ball on their own 46-yard line on the near hash. And I can see the hashes now as the sun starts to get a little bit lower here on the horizon as the officials whistle ready for play. Tigers 2 wide receivers, I formation. And Best will keep it again as he pulled it out of the fullback's gut, and he is still running. He is at the Deming 35 and gets all the way to the 30-yard line. And the Tigers are going to pick up 24 and pick up their that is their first down of the game. They went 3 and out in the opening drive, scored a 66-yard passing touchdown on the next play. And so now they have a first down. Kind of a weird confluence of events there for that they hadn't had one. Ball's on the far hash now. Going right to left and heading towards the south end zone and back under the I formation again. Under center. This time handoff to the tailback and running to the left side and plenty of room. Rumbling his way down to about the 30-yard line is big Jaden Valdez. He'll take it to the 20, and that may be enough for a first down. It's going to be just shy, it looks like. So 9 yards. Two wide receivers to the top. Best is going to go under center again here on a 2nd down and 1. The ball at the Deming 21-yard line. Deming 2 down linemen and then 2 men standing up right on the edge of the line. Handoff goes to Bloom. Bloom left side of the 15. Bloom still pushing ahead. Bryson will get it down inside about the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him to the 8. And that'll be a gain of 13 on his second carry of the night. He's got 18 yards rushing. And the Tigers staying on the ground on this drive and have moved it right down the field. So the Tigers pick up their second first down. And the ball will be placed at the 9. The 1st and goal from the 9. Goal to go for the Tigers. 2 receivers to the top. Line is offset to the right under center. And the handoff goes to Sarasaris, who came in from the fullback position, pushes forward. He's going to be shy of the goal line, but not by much. Looks like he got to the 2 or the 1. So we'll give him a gain of 7. So 2nd and goal now from the 2. Now, outside of needing to call the timeout, this has been pretty workmanlike for the Tigers. Big chunks on these runs. Bloom and Sarasaris are the running backs as Best goes under center. Handoff, Bloom, left side. Bloom trying to work his way in. He's going to use those strong legs and push it over the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. 1:12 remaining in the first quarter, and Alamogordo retakes the lead. It's 12-8. Of course, remember they missed the extra point earlier, and I would assume they're going to go for 2 here to try to get this a little bit more on even footing after Deming scored the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So it's 12-8, and yeah, the Tigers will keep the offense on the field. The Tigers will send 2 wide receivers to the right side. Sarasaris will be the running back behind Best. Bloom is the lead back to the left in front of both of those guys. And out of the pistol, Best running to his left. Best will find his way to the end zone. Good blocking up front. And Alamogordo converts on the 2-point try. Best into the end zone. And it's 14-8, 1:12 remaining in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. The Tigers leading 14-8. And you're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all subject to credit approval.
Back to school is a family effort. This is AJ from First National Bank. From backpacks to laptops, a personal loan can help cover the cost so your family can focus on what matters most, your child's success. Apply today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And another good showing of kick coverage for the Tigers as Damian Moreno kicks it deep. And the Tigers get down and get the stop down inside the 20. That's something that for the last number of seasons, Alamogordo has not been particularly good on their kickoff coverage if they would kick it off deep. And so far tonight, they've looked good. So Deming going to try to answer back here. Tigers in their 4-2-5. Deming with 4 wide receivers. Looks like the Tigers jumped off sides. And so it'll be the second penalty of the night on Alamogordo. A face mask on the last drive. And then the offsides there. So it'll be dead ball 1st and 5 now for the Deming Wildcats. Wildcats with a 5-yard penalty themselves. That was a false start on their opening drive. Same formation, 4 wide receivers, 1 man in motion. Come towards the line. Fake of the pass. And here's Allison rolling to his left, and he's going to hold on to it, and he's going to get stopped. Back near the original line of scrimmage, Nathaniel Saras with the pursuit and the stop as he makes the tackle. And certainly could have been a hold on Deming as well. One of the Tiger defensive linemen sort of got into the backfield, and they had him by the back of the jersey a bit. That was 71, Mason Wall. But it'll be a 4-yard loss for Allison on the scramble, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. So the penalty yardage almost erased. Trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. Running back to the right of Allison. Put a man in motion. Here's the snap. It's a little bit low. Allison able to corral it and just threw it into a host of players. And number 33 for the Tigers, which I need to check maybe they changed the roster today. Fortunately, the one I have does not have a 33, and I'm sure it's somebody that's already on the roster. There was a jersey that couldn't be found, or it's always the way that thing works out. Let's see here. Yeah, now I'll have to go down to David Maldonado, the Alamogordo Tigers athletic trainer. Send him a text. If I need some type of info, I just text him and he tells me. It's almost like having a sideline reporter. I appreciate him. Don't pick me out when I need that. Hey, it's 3rd and 9. Wildcats with the ball on their own 21 with 4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Tigers leading 14-8. Here's the snap, fake of the handoff. Rolling to his left is Allison. He's going to complete the pass. There's a penalty flag back behind the play. And we're going to wait and see what that is. The completion is going to be enough for a 1st down. Well, this was so far away from the play, but if it's a penalty, it's a penalty. I mean, we'll see what it is. I would think there were 2 Wildcats right there, so I would think it was on them, but let's wait and see. Officials are still talking it over. It was number 50, Michael Scott, that was they're going to call an ineligible man downfield on Deming. So that'll erase the completion, which I think would have been enough for a 1st down. And I think with the accepting of the penalty, it will I don't think it'll be the end of the quarter. I think they have an untimed down because it's an accepted penalty. I thought. They're going to make me a liar, aren't they? Well, they're going to call the end of the quarter. Okay, that's the end of quarter number 1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's the Tigers 14, the Wildcats 8. And we'll return to Deming as the sun begins to set here at War Memorial Stadium. And the Tigers up by 6.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. A costly 5-yard penalty erased what would have been a first down completion for Deming. And so they will start this second quarter, now going right to left, headed towards the south end zone. And they'll do it inside their own 20-yard line. 3rd and long. Allison takes the snap. He'll throw out to the far side. Got some blockers in front of the receiver, and he is going to be tripped up. I think it's going to be shy of the first down. Juan Ramirez makes the catch, number 12. And so he gets to the 28. It's about a gain of 10. And it'll be 4th down. And if I'm Alamogordo, I'm keeping an eye on a fake. Is that Allison that's back to kick it away? Yeah, maybe that's number 2. No, it's Allison. So I would be very keen. You got the quarterback there that's going to be punting it away. I don't think the Tigers actually have anybody back deep right now. They've also got the running back there as the up man. Yeah, he will kick it. And so the Tigers are going to lose a ton of field position here. But I think you're okay with that if you're Alamogordo. You don't take the risk on a 4th and short with the skill players in there at not only the punting position, but in the up back, so they could have direct snapped it to the up back as well. And so Alamogordo will give up a long punt, but protect against the possible fake. And so it's down at about, looks like the 12 or 13-yard line on the second punt of the day for Deming. And the Tigers offense with a chance to come out here and give themselves a 2-score lead for the first time in the game. Bryson Bloom with a 2-yard touchdown run. Nate Best with a 66-yard touchdown pass to Tristan Bowman are the 2 scores for the Tigers. Alamogordo trying to get set up correctly here. Sarah Saris is going to be the running back for Alamogordo. Lead back to the right. Best in at quarterback. Take the snap, fake the handoff. Best will go off left side. Not much there as he'll be stopped at about the line of scrimmage. I'll give him a gain of 1. 35 yards rushing for Best here. And a 2nd down and 9. 10:29 to go. And the Tigers have adjusted their offense a little bit tonight. They have not been going fast. That was certainly what we expected going into tonight's game, as they have, with knowing Deming is going to milk the clock a little bit, has done a little bit of the same. Boy, that looked all kinds of false start-ish, but the Tigers do get the snap off, and no penalty flag there. That was surprising. Looked like the Tigers' offensive linemen were moving before the snap. Sarah Saris gets the gets the carry. So it'll be third down for the Tigers. If you're Deming, you're kind of okay with that. It's only a gain of 2. So third down, 3rd and 7. Let's see if the offenses match each other. Well, I guess this is the 4th drive for the Tigers. But Deming, after having to punt it away, trying to come up with a stop themselves. 4 wide receivers this time for the Tigers. And now Coach Cisco is going to call a timeout. So it's timeout on the field with 9:21 to go in the second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. The Tigers are in front 14-8, but face a 3rd down and 7 deep in their own territory when we come back.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We are in Deming, New Mexico here tonight. First half, 9:21 to go in the second quarter. And Alamogordo leads 14-8 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers with 4 wide receivers on a 3rd and 7. Best rolling to his right. Looking back to the far side, it's complete to Bowman. Bowman's got some work to do here. I don't know if he's got it. I think he's going to be short, and the Tigers will be forced to punt. So Tigers went behind the line of scrimmage to try and get it, but they needed, it looks like, about 5 more yards. Maybe a gain of 2. Second completion tonight for Bowman. And Sarah Saris will punt it away. Had a pretty good punt his first time around, about 35 yards. Good hang time on it. And he'll be back at about his own 10-yard line, 5-yard line. Snap. And this more of a line drive kick. Fair catch called for, but it's muffed. I think the Deming player fell on it, though. The 45-yard line by Andrew Lerman. He recovers. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Deming. And they gain a little bit on the field position after that long punt. The Tigers played the safety punt and allowed it to roll out. And so Deming probably picked up about 15 yards. And they'll put their offense back on the field to try and retake the lead here in the first half. 8:25 remaining, and it's on their own 45-yard line. Allison, the quarterback. And a running back behind him. Trips to the 2 wide receivers top, 1 to the bottom. And here is the handoff to the right side. And getting near midfield, then getting pushed back. Both Strong and Bloom in on the tackle for the Tigers at the 49-yard line. And that is a gain of about 4. It was number 7, Anthony Munoz, on the carry. His first rush of the night. And it'll be 2nd down and 6. Ball in the Deming 49. Between the 2 hashes. And we've got the umpire blowing the whistle. I don't know what he's pointing to. He's pointing towards the Deming sideline. Now, I think there's a player that he saw maybe that got a little banged up there, maybe. And number 4, I think he waved him off the field. Yeah, nobody's checking on him, so I don't know. Handoff again goes to Munoz. As he tries to get around the outside, Tigers able to meet him just as he crosses midfield. And again, good group tackling by the Tigers. Something we've seen a lot tonight with 4 or 5 guys, and then a very, very late penalty flag. know if this is going to be offsetting because there's two players. He's pulling together one Tiger, one Wildcat. It was away from where the ball was. The ball goes to the 49. That's where they're going to mark it at. So it's just a gain of 2. So it's going to be dead ball here on Deming. Dead ball. Okay, so that's on the Wildcats. I don't think they offset it. So this is a huge penalty if it goes only on Deming. I think there was some late blocking going on. Yep, that is the case. So a huge penalty. They're going to need the 45 of Alamogordo. The 35-yard line is where the 36-yard line on their own side of the field is where they are now. Now, I was away from the ball, so I didn't see what exactly happened, but I think just, a little too zealous on the blocking. And the Tigers get the better end of that penalty. 7:14 remaining. 3rd and 20 now for Deming. That's a drive killer. It looks like Deming's going to call a timeout and chat things over. So we'll take one as well. We're in the second quarter play. The Tigers 14, the Wildcats 8, and 7:14 remaining. We'll be right back.
Is your loyalty to a big out-of-town bank or credit union costing you more than it should? When it comes to buying a home for your family, not all mortgage loans are the same. This is Deborah Romero, president of First National Bank. First National Bank is committed to showing you how you can save money by shopping for your next mortgage loan. Compare and save. We offer affordable mortgage options, including conventional, VA, FHA, first-time home buyers, or our home equity line of credit. Come visit with us today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And the snap. And Allison in trouble in the backfield. Shakes off one defender. Now working to his right. He'll throw. He'll complete it. And it's not going to be enough for a first down. Good defense by the Tigers. Completion again to number 12, Joan Ramirez. Bowman on the tackle. I don't see any penalty flags. I'd be really surprised if Deming went for this year. This is still 4th and 12. They did pick up 8 on the play. 4th catch of the night for Ramirez. And as of right now, they're keeping the offense on the field. Now, it seems like a little bit too early, especially after unless it's just going to be a little pooch punt here from, yeah, that's what it's going to be. High, hanging. And if the Tigers get away, and so it'll bounce once, and then Deming player touched. He should have let that go. Might have rolled a little bit further, so the 25. So the Tigers get help of a penalty. And again, thanks to David Maldonado for letting us know. Tanner Nowacek is the number 33 for the Tigers. He's made some good plays tonight. He was listed as 44 in the roster. Tigers will go 4 wide receivers. They'll start this drive on their own 25-yard line, going left to right. Second quarter with 6:54 remaining. And a running back behind Best out of the pistol. It's it looked like he was going to option toss to the left, held on to it, and he is going to be swallowed up in the backfield. He was going to try to get away from big number 58 for Deming. That did not happen. Jesus Olvera. And that was one where Nate needed to get rid of that football. We talked about the option. And sometimes that happens. One of those where you feel like, hey, maybe I can get away, or he didn't feel comfortable. There was a defender too close to try the option toss. And so he ends up with a big loss of 5 on the stop. And Best rolling to his right, looking to throw, steps up. He's going to try to run, and this time he's going to be sacked. He was trying to throw that time, nowhere to go with it. And the Deming defense with 2 really nice plays. And give credit, their secondary as well. There was good coverage. Really nowhere for Saints to go with the football. So 3rd down and long for Alamogordo. That was another 5-yard loss. The Tigers, you're not doing anything too crazy here. Yeah, handoff Sarah Saris will go straight up the middle. Yeah, you're not going to get that first down most likely. So, fortunately, a sack and a 5-yard loss on a run. That will do it. But Desmond with the tackle, and the Tigers did pick up like 4 yards on the run for Sarah Saris. And they will punt it away again. So the defense is starting to get control of this game a little bit. Tigers still in front 14-8. Sarah Saris' punt is high and hanging. And that will take a sideways bounce, not really a Alamogordo bounce or a Deming bounce. It ends up at about the 43-yard line, and it's pretty solid there for Sarah Saris. The Tigers, Aiden Vasquez had been their kicker, punter for the last few years and was so good at it. And you've had 2 different guys, both Moreno and Sarah Saris, that have had to step into the kicking and punting roles. And so far tonight, Moreno's done really nice on his kickoffs, and Sarah Saris has looked good on his punts so far. That one goes for about 37 yards. The Deming offense back on the field. Snap a little bit low. And Allison throwing to the near side. He completes it right in the middle of the zone, and that's going to be a first down as they push the Deming receiver back. But he gets across midfield to the 44-yard line of the Tigers. That's a gain of 14. So completes it to number 17 again, Brian Lobato. And it'll be a 1st and 10 from the Alamogordo 44. This is a big stand here for the Tigers. Deming will get the ball to begin the second half, so you want to keep him out of the end zone. Here is the snap and a quick throw, bubble screen to the outside. It's caught and up the far sideline, and still up the far sideline, and finally brought down, or at least brought out of bounds by Bloom, as Joan Ramirez again on a big completion as they get it to the outside across the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 21. 5th catch of the night for Ramirez. So 1st and 10 again here for Deming. Two receivers to the bottom, 2 to the top. Allison will put a man in motion. And there's a penalty flag. And I think a false start, and it is. Well, that's been hurting the Wildcats. Penalties in bad spots. That 15-yard penalty on the last drive. And they've had some 5-yard penalties that have hurt them as well on the opening drive. And so a 1st and 15 now for Deming, but they've picked up plays in 2 big chunks on this drive. They've grabbed a 16-yard reception and a 21-yard reception. Allison has been rock solid after missing it on his first 2 first 2 attempts. I believe he's completed on his last 8. 4 wide receivers again, 1st and 15. Just outside the Alamogordo 25-yard line on the far hash, going right to left. And we've got a penalty flag, and it looks like a delay of game on Deming. they've gone from 1st and 10 near the 20-yard line to now 1st and 20 at the 32. And so we'll line it up again. I don't know if that was just late getting the play in or late breaking out of the huddle. Here's the snap. Allison spins out of the pocket to his left, throws, and incomplete. Goes too far for number 4, Jordan Milo. And so it'll be a 2nd down and 20 now. Can't overstate how big of a drive this is with Deming getting the ball to begin the second half. 3:33 remaining. And certainly with them behind the sticks here, Tigers cannot allow them to get into the end zone. 4 wide receivers. Allison. And we got a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be another false start on Deming. I think it was the wide receiver that went, and so that's the 2nd false start penalty to go along with a delay of game penalty. And now you're getting to the point where outside of a big play or a bad Tiger penalty, you may even be able to force them to punt in this situation. Stack wide receivers to each side. They're waiting for the play clock to get started. Do we have a play clock on the field? Oh, they want the game clock to run. Got it. Allison, play action, standing in the pocket, going deep, and he's got a man in the area. Did he catch that? Well, I see a couple of penalty flags. No signal of a touchdown yet. I think it's going to be a penalty on Deming. Because they're going backwards. They'll call the pass incomplete. Okay, and it is going to be pass interference on Alamogordo. And just as I said, if the Tigers commit a bad penalty, they let the receiver get behind him. I mean, it's one of those that you know that they're probably going to need to throw the ball deep here, about 20, 25 yards. And Tigers had 2 guys in the area, and, I mean, we're close, but, I mean, it was right there for the receiver to make the catch. I'm actually surprised that he didn't make the grab. Wasn't an easy catch, but so it won't be 1st and 10, but it is 2nd and 10. So all those penalty yardage basically erased, and Deming can kind of open up their playbook more a little bit since the big penalty on the Tigers. And that's what you're trying to do on that play. You toss it up deep, and you're hoping for some contact. They got it. Hand off to Martinez, working off the left side. And the Tigers are going to get there. First man there was big number 50 for Alamogordo, Michael Scott. And then everybody else cleaned up. He slowed up Martinez. Dominic Padilla gets the credit for the tackle. Number 52. And it's just a 1-yard gain on the carry. Brings up a 3rd down and 9. But I think as we saw earlier, I mean, this certainly could be 2-down territory. They picked up a big third down version in this part of the field earlier in the game. 2:35 remaining in the second quarter. It's the Tigers 14, the Wildcats 8. And again, Deming gets the ball to begin the second half. They're going to spread it out. 4 wide receivers, and it looks like 5. They're going to send the running back out into the formation in the slot. And Allison will roll to his right, looking to throw. And towards the end zone, it is intercepted by the Tigers. There's a penalty flag behind the play. I think that's going to be a hold on Deming. Let's wait and see before we say anything. Number 4 for the Tigers, Samuel Strong with the interception. I'd be confused if it was a penalty on Alamogordo. Ineligible man downfield, so it is an interception for the Tigers. So Samuel Strong picks up a huge interception for Alamogordo, keeps Deming off the scoreboard, and with 2:12 remaining. I think they're asking the Tigers. I don't think they can get the penalty tacked on to the touchback. So it should be at the 20 for Alamogordo. But one timeout, still an opportunity. Tigers go left to right here in the second quarter, headed towards the north end zone. Two wide receivers at the bottom, one at the top. Bloom, the running back to the right for Best. Best will fake the handoff. He'll throw. Come towards the near sideline. Just missed Bowman. Threw it to a spot right at the 50-yard line on the near sideline, and Tristan was probably about a yard or two away from getting to it from this angle. Almost looked like it went through his arms, but I think it was a bit further away than that. And it wouldn't have mattered anyway because there's a holding penalty behind the play. So it'll be 1st and 20. Deming has 2 timeouts remaining. Tigers with a 1. So Alamo can't just run it 3 times and give it back. But you kind of need something good to happen here on first down to try and give yourself an opportunity to get that first down. Two wide receivers at the bottom, one at the top. In the shotgun, running back to the left. Man in motion, and they'll give it to Bowman, but I think we had a false start. Yeah, there was some movement there. Well, a lot of first game stuff I think we're seeing here tonight. Both teams have racked up the penalty yardage. Almo's, let's see, on 30, 40, 50 on 5 penalties. Deming is on 15, 20, 25, 40 on 6 penalties. And so still 2:06 remaining in this first half. And now you got to be careful to not make a big mistake here and either let Deming score a touchdown or get a safety. 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Lead back is towards the top side of the line, left side of the line. Best will try to go to Bowman. It was maybe a little bit high, but it goes off his hands out of bounds. And so an incompletion would have been enough to probably pick up 5-10 yards. Two of 5 tonight for Best. But certainly can argue one the receiver could have come down with there, but second and very long here. 2nd and 25. You might as well keep throwing it if you're the Tigers because Deming will have the timeouts, but Deming rushes right up the middle. Oh, and it's a big hole. Bloom able to break up the middle to about the 20-yard line. They tried to blitz up the middle and ends up being a good run for the Tigers. And Alamogordo very quickly going to run a play. They do and run it straight up the middle. And Deming will call a timeout. I'm a little confused on the quickness of that for the Tigers. So the Bloom run went for 13, and then it was a 2-yard gain. But on 3rd and 10, I don't know. I'd have to look and see if Deming was changing out personnel. I don't think they were. Tigers actually changed out some personnel. I guess they wanted to try to catch them on their heels a little bit and see if they could pick up a quick first down. But I think maybe you try to drain a little bit of clock there and then go for it, but so Sarah will punt. 4th and 8. And he is again back inside his own 10. Deming will have a chance here with about 1:30 remaining. A high snap, but he's able to get back and get to it. High hanging this time, a short punt. And that is going to take a big Deming bounce. And so it's going to give Deming really good field position at the 30. 1:28 remaining. Ended up only being about an 8 or 9 yard punt. They had been really good punts tonight for Saris. That's the first one that looked like it maybe rolled up his leg to his shin and just didn't get any length on it. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Deming, and they've got another prime opportunity to try to score before the half. Two wide receivers at the bottom, 2 to the top. Running back to the left of Allison, out of the shotgun. Tigers stay in that 4-2-5 look. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 DBs. And fake the handoff and the throw. Ball is complete, but not much there. Bloom gets the quick tackle as they go to number 4, Jordan Milo. I've been impressed how much, or kind of surprised at how much Deming's thrown the football tonight. The gain of 2. Man in motion. Again, 4 wide receivers. Faking the handoff. Allison looking to throw. And rolling to his right. Allison still looking, and he's just going to toss it out of bounds. Good pursuit there by the Tigers and Jesse Giaz, the Tigers linebacker. And it'll be 3rd and 9. Does stop the clock. 51 seconds remaining. Tigers 2 touchdowns on a 2-yard Bryson Bloom run and a 66-yard touchdown pass from Best to Bowman. Deming's 1 touchdown on a run from Isaac Martinez. He also scored a 2-point conversion on that drive. Allison standing in the pocket, throwing, just completely lost the football, goes back and gets it, is now running to his right, able to throw it away. Literally just slipped out of his hands as he went to throw it. I think he did throw it away. Did not have a good grip on it, and it'll be 4th and 9. 41 seconds remaining. It certainly looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. Tigers have gotten into the backfield a couple of times to cause some problems. That one was self-inflicted for the Wildcats. So here we go, 4th and 9. Trips to the bottom side. 1 wide receiver left alone at the top. And the running back in the backfield, and we've got a timeout called by Alamogordo. So the Tigers wanted to look, and they got it. And we'll take a break with 41 seconds remaining. Very close to halftime with Alamogordo leading 14-8 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll be right back.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
4th and 9 for Deming. 41 seconds remaining. Here's the snap and the fake of the handoff. Allison in the pocket. Now flushed out. Trying to go forward. Spins away. Nope, he is going to be stopped. And the Tigers defense comes up with a group sack. I think you can give it to big number 62, Jackson Hunter. No, I think John Hockman they're giving it to. Was it 50? Well, anyway, it's a sack for the Tigers. And 33 seconds remaining. They do not have any timeouts remaining. And they'll have the ball at the 33-yard line. Two receivers at the bottom, one at the top. Here's the snap and the handoff. Straight up the middle. And fighting forward. And Tigers will see if they go quick or they're just going to take it to the locker room. Sarasaris gets the carry. 18 seconds left. Yeah, Tigers are going to run another play quickly here. Gain of 4. And they'll throw it to the outside. Pass is complete. And fighting for yardage, and he'll get the first down with 2 seconds remaining. Tigers either going to need to clock it quickly or, well, they let the clock run out. They hadn't set the chains yet. Well, they shouldn't have been rolling the clock there, but I don't think the Tigers would have been able to make much happen, to be completely honest. It was a gain of 14 on the completion to number 18, Aiden Rowe. And the Tigers will head to the locker room in front, 14-8 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. The Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up for y'all next. Stay right here with us. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and Tiger football.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
With the new school year starting, it's time to welcome back our amazing students and the incredible teachers who empower our children towards success. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO at First National Bank. We are eager to see the great achievements you will accomplish in the year ahead. We are excited about your journey and will be there to cheer you on. We believe in you and are confident you will do great things. Here's to a year of inspiration, adventure, and victories.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Welcome to the Otero Federal Credit Union Post about halftime show here on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 1019. At halftime, it's Alamogordo 14 and Deming 8. Just 3 scores between the two sides. The Tigers were able to get on the board first with 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. A 66-yard bomb from Nate Best to Tristan Bowman, and Alamogordo grabbed the lead. Deming would answer back, though. I wouldn't say right back, because they were much more methodical moving it down the field, more of a 7-8 play, timed-out drive, and they would get it in the end zone on a 3-yard touchdown run from their running back, Isaac Martinez. That was with 4:36 to go in the first quarter. Tigers would score later on in the first quarter, a 3-yard run from Bryson Bloom. Nate Best would convert on the 2-point try, and that would make it 14-8, and we had no scoring in the second quarter. Deming probably had the better of it offensively, but we kind of played between the 20s, and you know, I would say it's a lot of first game stuff, and we'll see who can maybe make adjustments in the locker room, who can settle down a bit, because we've seen lots of penalties on both sides. We've seen mistakes. Allison having the ball just slip out of his hand. Best maybe not making the right decision on an option play. And a couple of drops here or there on both sides. So, I mean, it's been a lot of, hey, this first game of the season, we've only been practicing or scrimmaging and trying to get a little bit settled down. Who knows? It's hard to place it on one particular thing like that, but there's no doubt that both teams would like to have a few plays back and certainly have a lot of those penalty yards back. Deming especially, they would like to have some of that penalty yardage back. And, the Tigers there on that last real offensive drive there, where they picked up the hold and picked up the false start and, really put them in a tough position. But I would say the big thing for Alamogordo, they kept Deming out of the end zone, and they gave Deming a couple of really prime opportunities to try to get in the end zone before the end of the half. And now they can, play a little bit, I don't want to say more normal defense, but not have to do it with their backs up against their own end zone and try and keep them from getting in the end zone. If Deming scores there and they come out and score to start the half, it's Deming in front by possibly 2 scores based on the point after touchdown plays. So overall, not bad for the Tigers. And we'll get you some stats when we return. We're at halftime, and this is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. Alamogordo 14, Deming 8, and we'll return here to Memorial Stadium in Deming right after this.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Back to school is a family effort. This is Susie Orwell from First National Bank. From backpacks to laptops, a personal loan can help cover the cost so your family can focus on what matters most, your child's success. Apply today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity loan of credit today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger. See you at the game.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show as the Deming Wildcats trail the Alamogordo Tigers 14-8. Stats for Alamogordo, 33 yards rushing for Bryson Bloom to go along with a touchdown. 25 yards rushing on 6 carries for Nate Best. 11 yards rushing on 2 carries for Jaden Valdez. And 17 yards rushing on 4 carries for Nathaniel Sarasaris. Best has 82 yards passing, and he has completed 3 of 6 tonight. 2 completions to Bowman for 68 yards and 1 to Aiden Rowe for 14 yards. On the other side for Deming, 101 yards passing for Allison. He has completed on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And go along with another 7 incompletion. So 8 of 15, 101 yards. He does have a pick. The 1 touchdown from Isaac Martinez. He's got 5 carries for 13 yards tonight. And 6 yards rushing for number 7, Anthony Munoz. Big night receiving for number 12, Joan Ramirez. He has grabbed 5 for 80 yards, 3 catches for 19 yards for number 17, Brian Lobato. And I think I've got my numbers wrong. It should be 9 of 15. 9 of 15 because 1 catch for Jordan Milo for 2 yards. So there's your stats so far. Daniel Sarasaris been pretty good at punting. He's gone 4 punts. Unfortunately, the last one wasn't quite as good. It's going to draw the average down, but he's been over about 30 yards on every punt so far in this game. And we've seen an interception by number 4, Samuel Strong. I didn't see who got that sack for the Tigers that ended that drive right there before the end of the half. I think they said they gave it to Hockman, but I was looking at the roster. 22? It could be. He is listed as a defensive end, so that might have been the case. Scores going on from around the state. Max Preps has got, West Las Vegas leading Hatch Valley 21-12. Farmington up on Clovis 21-16. Tucumcari leading Thoreau 8-6. Cruce is up big on Mayfield 42-0. Hojo Academy 28-0 up on Zuni. El Dorado 35-14 beating Oregon Mountain. Loving is up on Estancia 20-0. Rio Rancho beating Atrisco Heritage 26-zip. It's Hagerman over Dulce 16-0. That's 8-man football. Mesilla Valley Christian also an 8-man beating Medal 13-6. Eunice up on Ruidoso 14-12. Bloomfield 29-6. They lead Belen. At halftime, Roswell leads 14-5 over Los Lunas. Poake Valley leads Crown Point 35-0. Most of these are either second quarter or halftime scores. Silver up on Santa Teresa 6-0. Robertson beating Socorro 21-0. Grant's 28-zip up on Miyamura. Dexter beating Jow 39-0. Piedra Vista up on Sandia 9-8 in the first half. Artesia rolling against Carlsbad 41-7. Paxton is beating Melrose 16-0 out of Texas. That is 8-man football. And Santa Fe up on Capital 7-0. We're going to take our last break. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. And the Alamogordo Tigers, their scoreboard shows them up 14-8. The Richardson Motor scoreboard will return here to Memorial Stadium in Deming right after this.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Back to school is a family effort. This is AJ from First National Bank. From backpacks to laptops, a personal loan can help cover the cost so your family can focus on what matters most, your child's success. Apply today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back. We are about ready for second half action. The Tigers and the Wildcats will both go through the 3-minute warm-up period, and then we'll be ready to get going again. 14-8, it's the Tigers in front of Deming as Alamogordo hoping to get a season-opening victory, but another 24 minutes of football to decide it, and a game that is very close. Deming will have the ball to begin the second half, so they will have an opportunity to, at minimum, tie up the game and maybe take the lead. Tiger defense has made some good. Both defenses have, I think, sort of won the game a bit. I would also throw in the penalty yardage, I think, is as much as anything else has probably had an impact tonight. So both coaches, I'm sure, are talking about cleaning things up, and that's what a lot of your halftime discussion is going to be. So a beautiful night, by the way, and since the sun has gone down, cooled down really nicely. No wind. And say it again, the folks here in the groundskeeping crew at Deming High School or Deming Public Schools do a wonderful job with this field. It's in fantastic condition, at least from up here. I mean, one of those went down. When I walked near it a little bit earlier, I was a little bit closer down the field. It looked very, very nice. So we've certainly seen the move to more of the field turf over the last number of years, which, that looks great as well. And it's a little less maintenance, and I think there's a bit more consistency, but There's something to be said about a really nice natural turf field. So kudos to the Wildcats and making that happen. But some quick stats for you. 82 yards passing for Nate Best and a touchdown. Bryson Bloom, 33 yards rushing and a touchdown. 68 yards receiving for Tristan Bowman and a touchdown. And also give an interception to the Tigers, Samuel Strong. John Hockman also with a sack. And here we go. So it'll be Moreno to kick things off, left to right. Deming will go towards the north or south end zone. As the official blows the whistle, Moreno's had some pretty good boots into it so far. And he will line drive this kick. And it's back to about the 10, to the 15, to the 20, straight up the field. And trying to bounce it to the outside and brought down. Good tackle there by number 33, Tanner Nowacek. He's been all over the place tonight. 5'10", 180-pound junior on that defensive line, but makes a nice play on special teams. Deming will get the start here at about the 32-yard line. I've been impressed with the Tigers' kick coverage tonight. That has been a journey for Alamogordo in recent seasons. It's been pretty good tonight, so good open field tackles. Allison in at quarterback for the Wildcats. He's got Martinez, the running back, to his left, and 4 wide receivers. Man in motion. They fake the handoff to the receiver, and then fake the handoff to the running back, and then blown up in the backfield. Bryson Bloom will find his way to number 7, Anthony Munoz, and that's going to be a loss of about 3. So tried the misdirection. They faked the handoff on the jet sweep. They faked the handoff on the running play to the running back, and then went back to the receiver who was in motion on the jet sweep, and he is going to lose 5 on that play. Speaking of somebody who's been all over the field tonight in Bryson Bloom, which comes to no surprise to anybody. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 now for Deming. 3 wide receivers at the top. Ball's in the near hash. Allison will spin out of the pocket and then throw, and the ball is going to be completed. And that's going to give Deming 3rd and short here. There is a penalty flag near the line, or near where the line of scrimmage was, and I think it's in the area of holding. Or was it ineligible downfield? Again, ineligible downfield. That has been one of the big penalties tonight to go against Deming. And it is a 5-yard penalty from the from the spot. I think it's from the spot of the foul, but more importantly, it erases the completion. Yeah, it is 5 yards from the previous spot, so makes it 2nd down and 20. But more importantly, it erases what was, a 12, 13-yard completion. They need their own 42 for a 1st down. 10:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers 14, Wildcats 8. Trips to the top, fake the handoff. Allison will throw out towards the far sideline. It's complete, but the Tigers are there with the tackle very quickly. Joan Ramirez makes the grab. And it looks like Bowman was in on the tackle. So Bowman makes the stop for the Tigers. And they picked up maybe 4 on the completion. It's already another completion for Ramirez. Ball is at the 25. And 3rd and long. Tigers trying to get off the field. Trips to the bottom. And here's the snap. Rolling to his left on the play action. Here's the throw. It is complete. And a nice tackle. Helmet goes flying off the head of the receiver, number 17. Brian Lobato. He is well short of the 1st down yardage. As he gets it to the 35, it's a gain of 10. And I can't say it enough. I've been so impressed with the speed and the attacking nature of this Tiger defense in the secondary and the linebacker core going to the football. Been very, very impressed. Again, I'll say watch out for a fake here. You've got the quarterback and the running back in the mix, but they will punt it away high and hanging. And Bowman able to gather it in and up the far sideline. Bowman off to the races to the 40. Well, just about to the 40 before he's brought down. But a wonderful return by Tristan Bowman as he took that from about the Alamogordo 30-yard line and gets it into Deming territory at the 43. And that's where the Alamogordo offense will start. So they get the Deming offense off the field and then get a great punt return. Very nearly he muffed that again. He muffed an earlier punt, but he was able to gather it in and then got some running room and really showed off his speed up the far sideline. And it'll be on the far hash for a 1st and 10 for the Alamogordo offense in the Deming 43. Trying to create some space here in the second half, up 14-8. 8:57 to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Best will take the snap and he'll hand it off. Run straight up the middle. And it's going to be positive yardage to the 40 as Bloom gets the carry. So it's a gain of 3. Second down and 7 now for the Tigers. Ball still on the far hash. And 2 wide receivers to the bottom. They'll go to the pistol now. Again, Bloom, the running back. And a penalty. Oh, nope, not a penalty flag. And a late option toss. They'll get it to Bloom, and he will get some solid yardage there. They stop the clock. And I think that's just because of the out of bounds. Where did they mark it at? It looks like the 36, so it's a gain of 4. And the Tigers need about 3 for a first down. So they're firing off T-shirts, the cannon on the opposite side of the field. And so I saw something go flying in the air. That's why I said penalty flag. It was red. I should have realized that it was not a penalty flag. Here's a handoff. Bloom will go straight up the middle. He should have the first down. And so the Tigers give it to their big guy. And yes, it will be enough for a first down. As he will take it to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and the Tigers move the chains. By the way, good contingent of Alamogordo fans have made the trip. They've been making some noise here on this side of the field. 2 receivers at the bottom. Tigers trying to take some clock and see if they can get in the end zone here. Fake the handoff. Best going to his left. Got some men after him. He turns the corner. He's up the sideline. Best still running with it. And he is going to get to the end zone for the touchdown. 31 yards. I didn't think he was going to have space up that sideline, but he gets there. And Best gives the Tigers a 2-score lead. Almost going to take another run at an extra point this run around. They missed the first one. Got the point back on a 2-point try earlier. So make it 56 yards rushing now for Best. And Moreno going to try it. Bowman the holder for Alamogordo. Snap was a little bad on the first one and just the whole sequence. Snap's a bit better. Kick is up. It is good. So Moreno able to knock it through. And the Tigers in front 21-8. 7:36 to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard here in quarter number 3. And you're listening to Tiger football here on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 1019.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Kickoff coming from Damian Moreno, going from left to right as he puts his right foot into it and sends this one all the way back into the end zone for a touchback, and he'll be excited about that. And it'll be Deming starting the ball on their own 20-yard line. So Moreno, after the extra point, not able to make it the first time, gets it going the second go-around. And then with a very nice touchback on the kickoff. See, I think every coach will take the touchback every single time if they can get it for sure. So it'll be two wide receivers at the bottom for Deming, and running back to the left, a lead back to the left, and a one wide receiver up to the top, I see now. The snap was a little bit low, but the throw out from Allison quickly as he completes it. It's going to be positive yardage for Deming as Munoz makes the reception. And it'll be a gain of, looks like 5. And so it'll bring up a second down and 5. I think they called 6, but looks like 5 to me because I think they have it right on the 25-yard line. Two receivers at the top, one at the bottom. Lead back in motion. Moves from the left to the right. Allison will hand it off. Martinez going off the right side. Martinez able to break one tackle and is going to carry a couple of other Tigers with him as he gets out to about the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 10. And I'm surprised they haven't been giving the ball more to him. I thought he ran it well in the first half, but they've been much more trying to go through the air in this game than keeping it on the ground. Tell you what, Isaac Martinez, at least from here, looks like a big guy. I don't know. It's sometimes it's hard to say. So. One wide receiver to the bottom. Ball's in the far hash, and it's a first down and 10 for Deming. On their own 35, the snap, and Martinez will get it. And we got past the first defender and then is brought down as he gets across the 40. He fell forward for a couple more yards, and he's going to look like pickups. Nope, they're going to say he's down actually just past the 40 to 41, so it's a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Tigers subbing a few guys in and out. I think Deming recognizing the importance of this drive here with 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Still a lot of time left in the game, but umpire came in and stopped them from snapping. There is no play clock. The back judge keeps it, but they snap it with plenty of time. They're going to hand it off Martinez, but he is going to be stopped in the backfield. The first man in there was number 50 for the Tigers. That was Michael Scott. I feel like I've called his name a number of times. The tackle was made by a couple other Tigers after that, but that's a loss on the play as he will lose 3, Will Martinez. And so third down again here for Deming. Down 21-8. And we cross 5 minutes to go in the third quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Ball just shy of the 40-yard line on their own 38-yard line, going right to left. It's between the two hashes. Tigers 4 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, 5. Sorry, folks, not sure when I dropped out there, but 4:28 to go here in the third quarter, and the Alamogordo Tigers are leading 21-8. The Tigers did force the Wildcats to punt, an incompletion on the throw from Allison to Moreno, or Ramirez, I'm sorry. And then the punt, a pretty good return from Tristan Bowman as he takes it to the Tigers' 44, probably about 10 yards on the return. But the Tigers with really good field position here and an opportunity to put a lot of distance between themselves as they're going to go back to the I formation. They scored when they did this the last time. Fake of the handoff and then a late toss. And Bloom's got some running room on the outside to the 50, to the 45, and puts his shoulder down, and it goes out of bounds, and that's going to be a first down. Nice toss. He pulled it out of the fullback's gut, and then a late toss to the outside. And so Bloom takes it all the way to the Deming 36-yard line on the carry. That's going to be a gain of 25 on the run for Bloom, his 8th carry. And he now has 69 yards rushing. 2 receivers to the bottom, and again, I formation under center. Goes Best. Takes the snap. Just a direct handoff to the tailback. And that is Bloom again. And Bryson, oh, no. Seems to be, well, maybe it's just cramping. Okay. They're stretching out his left leg. Whew. Warm day, so you hope that's all it is just cramping. First game of the season, that's always one of those things, you know. Yeah, he's going to hop right back up. Good deal. So, yeah, just dealing with some cramping. And the way he went down initially, he kind of crumbled a bit. Oh, no. There's no doubt Bryson is one of the top players on this Tiger football team this year, what he does defensively and what we've seen him do offensively. And he's been busy tonight. No surprise that he's cramping up a little bit. That was a gain of 5. Tigers right back to it. Got up on his own power, by the way, so he is looks like he's okay. Under center. And it's fake the handoff, and Best going to keep it himself, try to take it around the outside. And a couple of stutter step moves, and eventually he's going to be brought down. I think he's going to get positive yardage here. Not much, but tried to juke the defender as best he could, but. And we've got the clock stopped. It's a 2-yard gain for Best on the run. That may be the only thing about that you don't love for the Tigers, but it is 3rd down and 2. 3:40 remaining here in the third quarter, and Alamogordo in front 21-8, going left to right. Ball's on the far hash now. And the Tigers will not go under center this time. 2 receivers at the bottom. They'll go out of the shotgun, running back to the left. And the handoff straight up the middle to Sarasaris. He's met near the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he got it there. And we got another Tiger, I think, that is cramping. And I think that's Sarasaris. And so both Devin Brown and David Maldonado will run out of the field to check on him. And yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, it's still pretty warm, and I mean, I couldn't dare call it humid here in New Mexico, but it's just it's one of those first game things. I don't know how many times we've seen it over the years in opening games. Number 17 for the Tigers was the man Ethan Futfong. I'm gonna go and ask him how to pronounce his name before next week. I guarantee you. Make sure, because I know I'm probably just murdering the pronunciation. So it looks like they gave a 1-yard carry. Maybe no gain, but it's fourth and very short here. Tigers are lining up for it. They're going to go under center. I wonder if we're going to try a hard count here to begin. Yeah, they're showing hard count initially. Yeah, they're going to go for it and just run straight ahead, and I think he's got the first down. Oh, a little surprised that they snapped it. But it looks like that's enough. Just got behind center and guard. So they get it to the 30. And it's a gain of 3. And the Tigers move the chains. Wasn't a tush push. Nobody was pushing him from behind. He just went straight ahead with it. I don't know if that's something you can't do in high school football. I've never heard anything one way. I feel like that's all we talk about in the NFL. I think we're going to get a timeout here from Alamogordo. So timeout called. 2:45 remaining in the third quarter. The Tigers have the ball and are trying to go up by 3 scores. They lead 21-8 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and we'll return to Deming and Memorial Stadium right after this. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. First and 10 for the Tigers. They are on the Deming 30-yard line, and they lead 21-8 with 2:45 remaining in the third quarter. And the Tigers trying to add on to a lead. It's Best standing in the pocket, looking to throw. He's got Bowman, but he overshoots him. Had him cutting towards the middle of the field, and it was too high for Bowman. And it'll be second down and 10. I believe that's the first pass the Tigers have thrown in the second half. They've definitely stuck with the ground game for the most part. So it's second and 10 from the 30. Watch the back judge here. Tigers took a lot of time in the huddle. Two receivers to the bottom. Still have time, it looks like. There's a snap, and it's going to be an option play. Best is going to keep it. Turns it upfield. There's a penalty flag. Best is going to get down to about the 10-yard line, but I think we're probably going to get a hold here on Alamogordo upfield. Actually, it's right about the line of scrimmage. So it's a holding on penalty on Alamogordo. So that erases what would have been a first down run. It was right at the point of attack, right where Nate turned upfield. That's where the flag was thrown. So got to think that that's really what broke open the run, was the holding penalty. And so the Tigers now find themselves behind the sticks now, 2nd and 19 from the Deming 39. 2:33 remaining, and they will roll the clock after the penalty flag. Well, Alma really, outside of one big play, they really haven't shown any strength throwing the football. The option game has come up with some big plays. And a fake of the handoff, and Best will take the right side, and he's going to have some running room again, and he's going to get back the penalty yardage plus a little more. He's going to be right near the first down marker. Just a read option there for Best, and it looks like he is maybe 2 yards shy, so it's a gain of 17. He's closing in on 100 yards rushing. He's got 78 now. It is third down. Tigers have already converted a fourth down on this drive. Deming crowding the line of scrimmage. Snap was a little bit off the mark. Here's the throw. It is complete. Juggling catch at the near sideline. I believe that's Bowman. It is. He's got the grab. Just a quick out to the receiver, and he is going to pick up about 5 or 6, and that is enough for the first down. 88 yards passing now for Best, and 74 yards receiving for Bowman. And this has been a nice drive here for the Tigers. They're killing some clock, and they're inching closer to the end zone. 1st and 10. Here's the snap and the handoff up the middle and to the end zone. It's a Tiger touchdown. 15-yard run from Jaden Valdez. Third different player with a touchdown tonight. Actually, fourth, Bowman, Best, Bloom, and now Valdez. And the Tigers take control here with 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter, up 27-8. Moreno in to try another extra point. Bad snap. Bowman will have to just run with it and throws it to the end zone. And well, somebody caught it. Is that going to count, or are there ineligible people downfield? I would think there probably was, but I don't see any penalty flags. That's going to count. So Bowman to Saraceris on the 2-point try. It wasn't intended, but they made it work. Credit to Bowman for extending the play. And it's 29-8 Alamogordo, up by 3 full scores here with under a minute remaining on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 52 seconds to be exact. And the Tigers are from the Wildcats, 29-8. Stay with us.
Is your loyalty to a big out-of-town bank or credit union costing you more than it should? When it comes to buying a home for your family, not all mortgage loans are the same. This is Deborah Romero, president of First National Bank. First National Bank is committed to showing you how you can save money by shopping for your next mortgage loan. Compare and save. We offer affordable mortgage options, including conventional, VA, FHA, first-time home buyers, or our home equity line of credit. Come visit with us today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all aloans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. The Alamogordo Tigers leading 29-8. The return from Munoz for Deming from just about his goal line. Took it across the 25, shy of the 30. And again, solid kick coverage from the Tigers. And Alamogordo sends the defense back on the field. And so far, they've shut down Deming in this quarter and have put up 15 points and have taken control of this ball game. Still a long ways to go here. Four wide receivers, and Allison will fake the handoff and throw right down the middle of the field and complete it. Munoz with the catch. He'll have the first down across the 40 to the 42, coming across from the far side to the near side. And that's a gain of 15. Patterson comes up with the tackle for the Tigers. And is that going to be the end of the quarter? Well, they wanted to start rolling the clock. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just to run straight up the middle. I was doing my stats and completely we missed that one. Sorry, y'all. It's a 5-yard gain. Wildcats lining it up. And it looks like that is the end of the quarter. So the Tigers in front, 29-8. And are going to try to close this one out. When we return on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, they lead by 21. And final frame comes up for you right after this break on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sport Talk, 1230, 1019. Deming with four wide receivers. Allison, play action, quick completion. Receiver able to spin away from the first bit of contact, but not get much further. Bryson Bloom slowed him down and allowed the rest of the defenders to get there. About 4 Tigers that swarmed the ball. And it's just going to be a gain of 1 on the reception as he hits number 12, Joan Ramirez, again. 131 yards passing for Allison tonight. Interception, no touchdowns. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. Ball is at the Deming 46. Here is the handoff, and that play looked in trouble from the get-go. And we'll call Tanner Nowacik's name again. And so he'll go to the 43-yard line. And that ends up being a loss of 3. And it would appear Deming is going to punt. Well, I would say again here, if you're the Tigers, you're very aware of a fake possibility here. And this punt is going to be short. It is very high. And if you're the Alamogordo Tigers, trying to stay away from that. Ends up rolling down to about the 20 for the Wildcats, but Alamogordo will take that. Most importantly, they get Deming off the field. And another opportunity to add on to a 21-point lead. 29-8, 10:29 to go in the game. Alamogordo trying to open up the season with a victory in what has been a pretty dominant second half so far. The defense has taken control on their end of the ball, and the offense has scored each time they've touched it. And they've drawn a pretty good amount of clock as well. Tigers line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers at the top, running back to the right of Best. Best will keep it. That play looked in trouble from the start. hesitation in the backfield, and there was not any room. Maybe a yard. I think we're going to say no gain. So it's 2nd and 10 for Alamogordo. I don't think by any means you can, just trying to run it and run clock here. 3 scores is, things can happen. But you've also run the ball really well tonight. They've definitely kept it more on the ground, which is what Alamogordo wants to do. I think Coach talked about it. They want to run it 45 times and throw it 20 or 25 times in a game. And a handoff to the left side. We've got a penalty flag that comes down. Nathaniel Sarasaris. And we've got one of the Tigers, actually 2 of the Tigers' offensive linemen a little worse for wear. I don't know if that was some friendly fire. Maybe we're cramping again. Yeah, I think that's both guys' issues. First game. These guys are going to be walking around with gallon water bottles all week long next week. Usually that's the deal, making sure that because it's one of those things that, you have to be keeping your hydration through the week and through the day. It's not something you can just turn around by drinking more water on the sideline. Or I know they like to do pickle juice is the thing. So one of the players was Ethan Futavong. And then number 52 for the Tigers, Dominic Padilla. They both get off on their own power, and both guys, it's definitely cramping. And then with all that, we had a penalty, and it's got the Tigers back to the 10-yard line. I'm not sure I think it had to have been a hold, yeah, because I think we were right at the marker. It was for 2nd and 10. So it was a hold. And there'll be 2 wide receivers at the bottom for Alamogordo. Here's the snap and the handoff. And taking it left side and some decent yardage. Samuel Strong gets the carry. First carry, I believe, for the night for him. And positive yardage, but it was one of those drives that I think now you're okay with running the football a couple times, running the play clock down and punting it away, because the likelihood of you getting a first down here is slim to none. Looks like you got 2. Actually, they gave him 4, so it's 3rd and 16. Tigers to the line. And 1 wide receiver to each side. They need somebody coming on the field late. It's going to be Valdez. And here's the snap and the handoff. They'll go right up the middle. Bloom on the carry for the Tigers. And Alamo get right back to about the original line of scrimmage. Looks like he got 5. But the penalty yardage there kills that drive. And the first play was just one of those where, I think Nate's trying to find a hole to go through, but the play just didn't develop very quickly and allowed Deming to get in the backfield and blow it up. But we're under 8 minutes to go, and the Tigers are up by 21. And the defense has been very good here in the second half. And here's the punt. That's a good one from Sarasaris. It'll drop, and it'll take a little bit of a Tiger roll, but it'll push Deming back to their own 41-yard line. That's solid from Sarasaris, who's been at about that 30, 35-yard average for most of the game. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for Deming, going left to right, and it's towards the north end zone. And they need points, and a quick score would be huge here. They could do it in 2 or 3 plays and not drain a whole lot of clock. Neither team, I think, has used a timeout here in the second half. And so they'll line up with 3 wide receivers, a lead back, and a handoff. Allison is out of the game at quarterback for Deming. I didn't see him get noticeably hurt in a play, but They are going with number 10, Richie Holguin, now at quarterback. And so a run straight up the middle there for Deming, unless they're not putting their starters back out there. I don't know. Looks like they've got most of them out there. The run there, yeah, from number 22, it was Martinez. So I think maybe an injury for Allison. And Holguin will run to his left. Oh, a big block by Martinez. He was basically the lead blocker on the play for Holguin, and he decleated one of the Tigers. It's going to be enough for a first down as he'll get to the 48-yard line on the Alamogordo side of the field. So that's a gain of 6 after a gain of 6 on the last play. And Holguin's first carry of the night and his first series in at quarterback. 2 receivers the bottom side, and there's 6:38 remaining here in the quarter. Holguin loses the handle on the snap, was able to pick it back up. He's going to reverse his field, go towards the far sideline, and he's going to get some positive yardage there. And one of the Tigers in a little bit of distress on the Deming sideline. And I think we're probably cramping again, would be my guess. Interesting how Deming's not having any problems that Alamogordo has, but couldn't tell you why that is, but the play goes to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Good scrambling there by Holguin to, wasn't the intention of the play to reverse field, but worked out, and officials call a timeout. And yeah, we'll try to fit in a break. It looks like they're taking a little bit of extra time to take care of the Tiger player, and I would imagine it's going to take a little bit for him to get to the far sideline to the near sideline. So we will return. Oh, wait. He's running. Never mind. We'll keep it right here. I wasn't fast enough. Hey, a shout out to our sponsors, though. First National Bank and Ochoa Stucco, the Winter Circle, Ryan Richardson Motor Company, and Otero Federal Credit Union. So it'll be a 2nd down and 3 from the Alamogordo 40 for the Wildcats offense. And 6:25 remaining in the ball game. And I don't know if this is an offense that is able to move the ball particularly fast. So this is not the position that they want to be in. You know, a little bit of ball control is obviously what they're looking for. And now we've got a Deming player coming off the field. Or, yeah, now another one coming back. I don't know what's going on. We haven't whistled the ready for play yet, I think, so. And they roll the clock. And here is Holguin throwing up the far sideline. It is behind the receiver. That will stop the clock with 5:58 remaining in the game. Yeah, I thought Allison threw the ball well in this game. So you would certainly hope that, you don't hope that he's injured, but you'd be a little surprised. I don't see him walking around on the sideline, so I was trying to see if I could see him over there, but. So Holguin with the running back to his right, takes the snap, and he's running to his right again using Martinez as a lead back. Holguin will find his way for a first down. And I think the Wildcats are going to try to go a bit more up-tempo as the ball goes to the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 9. Been impressed with Holguin's ability to run the football. He's looked good. So it'll be first down and 10 from the Alamogordo 31-yard line. And the clock hitting 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Tigers with 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 DBs. Handoff Martinez on the delay. And he is fighting for extra yardage. Hard to bring down as the big running back carries the Tigers forward for about 14. I think the biggest thing here is obviously you're drawing time off the clock, and I think with the way the Deming offense goes, they're going to have to onside kick it pretty much all the way going forward. Maybe if you kick it away the first time and you get quick three and out, maybe you don't have to do that quite yet. But you also got to get in the end zone first. Holguin takes a snap out of the shotgun. He's looking to throw. Now rolling to his left. Still rolling to his left. Now he's going to move back towards his right. Made one defender miss. Trying to get to the sideline, and he will do so. So it'll stop the clock. Can't tell if he's got the first down or not, but he did pick up, looks like about 5 or 6 on the carry. But good extension of the play by Holguin. Made one man miss and then was able to get the corner on another Tiger defender. And almost probably having to go into their depth a little bit with some of the cramping issues that they've had. Here is the handoff to Martinez, and he is knocked down quickly. And I don't know who that was there for the Tigers. I thought I heard Caden James, but I don't think that's right. Looked like one of the linebackers for the Tigers. No, a Caden James. Yeah, right there. Nah. I remember a Caden James, not... Hey, y'all. First game of the season. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 here for Deming. Here's the snap. Holguin, again, will use Martinez as a lead blocker. The Tigers have this stretched out nicely, though. The ball came out, but I think that was after Holguin was on the ground. But I don't think he has the first down. He does not. It's like no gain on the play. Leighton Island in there on the tackle, number 21. And so it'll be 4th down. 3:15 to go in this game. And Deming false started. Now I saw the right tackle just kind of got off balance. And so they'll take it back from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6 or 7 now. And that is a microcosm of their night, unfortunately. The penalties really hurt Deming all throughout the evening. I was just thinking in my mind that this drive has been very penalty-free, and they've been able to move the football against the Tigers. But in some key spots tonight, they've picked up some penalties that have hurt them. And there's another example of that. So now you got to think you're probably going to the air. If anything, just to extend the play and try to make something happen if you're, well, it looks like Allison's back out there. So Holguin had been in the game, and so Allison is back out there now. So I don't know. Allison will fake the handoff. He'll look to throw, go towards the far sideline. It is complete, making the grab, and I think he's got enough for the first down. He does not have the touchdown. Joan Ramirez makes another catch, and yes, that will move the chains. So slightly confused on the change in quarterback. I guess maybe wanted to give themselves more of a running quarterback with, they're going to let Martinez take the direct snap here. It looks like he's going to get in the end zone. That's from about 2 yards out. And so he'll score his second touchdown of the game. Yeah, not sure what precipitated the QB change there, but the touchdown's good. They'll go for 2 again. And Martinez trying to go to his right. He'll throw. He will complete it as he finds Ramirez. So the Wildcats make it 29-16. It's still a 2-score lead for the Tigers. And there's 2:37 to go in the game. Alamogordo in front, 29-16. We'll return here to Deming as Alamogordo closes in on win number 1 of the season.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
With the new school year starting, it's time to welcome back our amazing students and the incredible teachers who empower our children towards success. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO at First National Bank. We are eager to see the great achievements you will accomplish in the year ahead. We are excited about your journey and will be there to cheer you on. We believe in you and are confident you will do great things. Here's to a year of inspiration, adventure, and victories.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval. Oops. Sorry, folks. I thought I'd put myself back on here. Tigers recovered the onside kick. Daniel Silva. And the Tigers with a first down run. We do have a penalty flag as Best closes in on the first down marker, but from where it was, you got to think that it's going to be a penalty on Alamogordo. Bloom got the carry for 2 yards, and it looks like a hold on Alamogordo, so take him back 10. And it'll definitely make Deming start using their timeouts, I would think. 1:43 remaining. I think it's probably about all she wrote at this point, but by no means should you give up on at least the chance of it. And if you're the Tigers, you make them use the timeout, so, I mean, run the football. I know you want to get a first down and put it away, but it's 2 scores, and don't give them the opportunity to be able to stop the clock on the other side. Running back to the left of Best. Looks like it's Bloom. Maybe it's Valdez. And Best will keep it, taking it left side. Best up the sideline. Best has got the first down, and he will be tripped up. As he gets all the way to the 35, he does go out of bounds to stop the clock, but good blocking up front on the left side of the line and by the wide receivers. And the Tigers take it from their own 37 all the way down to the Deming 33-yard line. 30 yards on the rush. That'll put Best over 100 yards rushing tonight, 105 yards. And it looks like the Tigers will go into victory formation. So Alamogordo will win game number 1 of the season. They'll wait till the clock goes below 40. And then they'll go ahead and snap it and take a knee. And they'll go on the road and get a victory here over the Deming Wildcats. So Best will go under center. Take the knee.
And it looks like that will do it as the Alamogordo Tigers looked impressive in the second half and pulled away for the win. It's going to be a 29-16 victory for the Tigers on the road over the Deming Wildcats on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We will return with the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show, get you some stats, check in on some scores from around the state. So we hope you don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Tigers winners, game 1 of the season. Final score, 29-16.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Back to school is a family effort. This is Susie Orwell from First National Bank. From backpacks to laptops, a personal loan can help cover the cost so your family can focus on what matters most, your child's success. Apply today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity loan of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. The Alamogordo Tigers are winners, 29-16, the final over the Deming Wildcats. The Tigers get to 1-0 on the season. Already sung the fight song and now thanking the fans for making the trip here to Deming tonight. And the Tigers getting what they wanted out of this road trip, and starting off the season with victory means a whole lot. And this is the first time the Tigers have beaten Deming in, I think, their last 6 tries. It has been a very difficult team to beat in recent years. So a lot to give a lot of credit to this Tiger team for coming out here and getting the victory. And I thought the defense, that maybe was what I was impressed with more than anything else, was the Tiger defense then. I just love the way that they swarmed the football. And that was something Coach talked about coming out of the scrimmage. He loved the way that the defense, the speed that they show, the aggressiveness that they show. It's not just one guy. They've got a number of different players that can make a difference for them, and they've got a number of guys that come out of the bench that make a difference for them. Tigers got a good football team this year, I'd say for sure. Offensively, very solid. Bryson Bloom, 81 yards rushing, and picked up a touchdown. Nate Best, 105 yards rushing, 88 yards passing, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Very solid night for him. A touch for Jaden Valdez. He ended up with 4 rushes for 30 yards, 5 rushes for 18 yards for Nathaniel Sarasaris. And Tristan Bowman, I thought, had a really good game as well. He had 3 catches, the big touchdown, the 66-yard touchdown, 74 yards. 18 Aiden Rowe also had a catch for 14 yards. So just 4 completions, but the Tigers only threw 9 passes tonight. So they definitely were not trying to throw the ball all over the field. I think you could tell it's not the strength of their game by any means, but it's certainly a team that can move the football down the field. And I know these guys are pumped to get off the field with a victory tonight. Samuel Strong had an interception tonight. I believe they credited John Hockman with a sack. And, I could list a number of other guys defensively. Jesse Giaz, Bloom, of course, who played very well defensively. Who else in that group? Tristan Bowman, of course, defensively, but his punt returns too. I don't know if I had mentioned that yet. And who else out of that group? Damian Moreno, I thought, looked solid in the kicking game. Caden James, we called his name a few times tonight. Tanner Nowacek. I'm going to make sure I have that name pronounced correctly. If I'm messing that up, as a Winnicky, I should be able to pronounce an Nowacck name, but Tanner Nowacek, I think I've got that right. Michael Scott, too, had a very nice game tonight. The 6'1 junior, he's felt like he was all over the field. Dominic Padilla and Mason Wall. And there's probably a few other guys that I'm not mentioning there, but I wish I had defensive stats for you guys. I hate that I can't do both. I'm just not that good at it. Getting defensive stats is tough, so multitasking as best as I can. So I want to make sure we don't leave out the guys on defense. The guys on offense did a great job tonight as well, but an impressive victory tonight for the Alamogordo Tigers, and a team that has been very difficult for them to beat in recent years. So good win for the Tigers. All right, we're going to take another break here on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show and get you some scores from around the state. So stay with us, and we will return here to Deming. The Tigers are winners, 29-16.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger. See you at the game.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Be the change. Bring your change. Otero Federal Credit Union's Spare Change campaign is going on now through the end of August. You can help our Ruidoso neighbors by donating your spare change to those affected by the Ruidoso floods. Visit your favorite branch and participate today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Back to school is a family effort. This is AJ from First National Bank. From backpacks to laptops, a personal loan can help cover the cost so your family can focus on what matters most, your child's success. Apply today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans are subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Here in Deming, the Tigers are winners 29-16. Some other scores from around the state. Robertson over Socorro, 34-0. Loving beat Estancia, 42-0. Cloudcroft, I knew I had a local score. Cloudcroft fell to Gateway Christian by a final score of 58-6. But Coach Sakala said the guys learned a lot. They fought hard, and they'll try to get it back going next week as they face off against Lordsburg. That'll be a road game for them coming up. Roswell beat Los Lunas 27-8. Santa Fe over Capital 32-0. It was Hagerman beating Dulce 36-0. Cruces beat Mayfield 61-6. Valencia over Kirtland Central 48-6. Santa Rosa upsets Texaco 22-15. Wow, good stuff there from Santa Rosa. I didn't know how much Texaco graduated from last year, to be honest, but Santa Rosa, that's the first time they've beaten them in, I think, the last 9 tries. It's been a while, so congrats to the Lions. That's a big win for them. Rio Rancho, I don't know if they finished off at Trisco, but they were up big. And I do not have a Tularosa score for you guys. Fortunately, let me check Max Preps here. Yeah, there's nothing there yet, so check our Facebook page. We'll make sure we post that for you guys. Some other finals. Tatum beat Escalante 30-12. West Las Vegas over Hatch Valley 34-18. Valencia over Kirtland Central 48-6. Farmington's up on Clovis 27-24 late in that game. And El Dorado 56-28. Looks like they're going to beat Oregon Mountain. Any other interesting ones that are worth mentioning? Eunice looks like they're maybe going to beat Ruidoso 38-27. They're up in the second half. Bloomfield beat Belen 63-12. And let's see, Sandia and Piedra Vista are tied 20-20 late in that game. Artesia going to beat Carlsbad, it looks like 48-17. They're up in the second half. So some of your finals from around the state of New Mexico. Again, your final here is 29-16. The Tigers get the win over the Wildcats and are 1-0. They will be at home next Friday night against the Roswell Coyotes. Face off against the defending Class 5A state champions. We'll see how it goes. That'll do it for our broadcast. Thanks to Otero Federal Credit Union for bringing you the postgame show and the pregame and halftime, and Richardson Motor Company for being our scoreboard sponsor tonight, and also to the Winner's Circle, Ochoa Stucco, and First National Bank for sponsoring our Tiger football broadcast. Again, on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's the Tigers 29, the Wildcats 16. Thanks for tuning in here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We'll be from Tiger Stadium next Friday night. We hope to see you there.
No roadblocks scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear skies. In Alamogordo, expect a low of 68. Cloudcroft, a low of 47. For Saturday, sunny skies, mostly clear tomorrow night.